Unfortunately, probably not, Colby. I'm trying to figure that out. It's not looking like I'm going to be able to, though. Also, Jay, your PigskinPeete beer glass is on the way. I mailed it out yesterday. Hopefully it comes to you in one piece. What's up, Dave? Nature Boy. Happy Friday. Looks like the weather's going to be perfect in Clemson tomorrow. "71 degrees. At least I'll get to watch Clemson get their ass kicked comfortably. Yeah, no Peete streams tomorrow. "79 on Wednesday, but I won't be there, Nate. This is Clemson weather, not Charleston weather. Although I'm assuming, I don't know what I just did there. Although I'm assuming that if it's 79 degrees on Wednesday in Clemson, it's probably going to be at least as warm here, if not warmer. Yeah, it's not looking good, Nature Boy. The injuries continue to pile up on Clemson's offense. Lost our left guard for the season, probably. And news yesterday, Tyler Brown, who's our best receiver, out for the game, among a long list of other injuries. Offense is not a side of the ball that Clemson can afford to have injuries on at this point. Shipley's probably out too. So it's looking pretty rough. I'm not even exactly sure what did happen to him, honestly. He got banged up last week. And then somebody posted on Twitter yesterday that he's out for the Notre Dame game, so I don't know. Good morning, Battle Angel. Vic? If anybody sees Twisted Rooster in here today, bring it to my attention if I don't see him. Who is Brown? He's Clemson's best receiver, Tyler Brown. I don't know. Maybe Battle Angel has. Mrs. Peete wants Mama Tori's phone number. Unless you have it, Battle Angel. So that she can extend the invite to your ladies' cruise. You don't? Okay. Well, if I don't see him in here today, I'll just text him. I think I have his number. Boy, poor Michigan. Boy, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? Now you got Michigan staff members getting caught trying to meet 13-year-old girls with bottles of vodka. Sheesh. And what makes it worse is, well, I guess this didn't just happen. You know, I guess this happened several months ago, and they fired him. But the Michigan beat writers knew about this, and not a single one of them reported on it. Which goes back. Why do you think they didn't report on it? Does anybody have a guess on why somebody that covers Michigan football for a living would not report on such a thing? I think I have an idea why. Yeah. At this point, I don't know how Michigan can justify keeping Harbaugh around. I really don't. I mean, just from a public relations standpoint. I honestly can't imagine any coach surviving that. Probably because they were participating. Well, I wasn't going to go there, but it goes back to what I was saying last week after the Dabo versus Tyler phone call. Is that these reporters for these football teams, they don't want to lose their credentials, so they don't want to make any waves. What's up, Chunky? Rick? I'm hearing now, and again, everything on the internet's true, right? I'm hearing that the most likely penalty that the Big Ten's going to hand down, because the NCAA is not going to do anything this season. They're just not. I'd be surprised if they did. Anyway, I'm hearing that the most likely penalty is that Jim Harbaugh, the offensive coordinator, and the defensive coordinator are going to be suspended for the remainder of the year. Now, when this decision is going to come down, I don't know. As far as I know, I think the Big Ten commissioner is going to be in Michigan today, and he's supposed to meet with the media and answer questions. If anybody knows what time that's happening, I'd like to know, because I'd like to watch it. Yeah, certainly if it's happening during the show, we can watch it live. But, and then also a vacation of wins from 2021 to present. The debate is, how heavy-handed should they be? Do the players deserve to be punished for what the staff has done? Because if they just suspend Michigan's entire football team for the remainder of the year, then that's obviously a punishment on the players. The only way I could see that happening is if they somehow can prove that Harbaugh was in the dark about this. But the more video evidence that comes out, the worse it looks. How this could be going on and Harbaugh not know about it, I can't. I feel like he knew about it. I mean, you got that guy, Stallion or whatever his name is, on the sideline during these games, essentially what it looks like telling the coordinators what play is about to happen, because he's doing it to the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. How that can be going on the sideline and Jim Harbaugh has no idea what's going on, I can't fathom that. The other question is, if Jim Harbaugh is eventually fired for this, or leaves on his own because he's just tired of dealing with it. If you're an NFL franchise owner, do you want that baggage? In other words, who would hire him? There probably is some scumbag NFL owner that doesn't care, just wants to win. Perfect for the Raiders. No, Millis, there's no join on this channel because it's not monetized. You got to get monetization first. The worst person that Michigan could possibly hire is Urban Meyer. Go from one controversial coach to another. What about what's his face? I'm having a brain fart. Wisconsin's coach. That'd be who I go after. Or maybe Mike Elko from Duke. Yeah, Fickle. Thank you. Dabo. Yeah. I don't know if Dabo was a good fit at Michigan. Who, the boat rower? Oh, you gonna row that boat down to Michigan? PJ Fleck? Yeah. Yeah, let Michigan hire the boat row, the rowboat man. That'd be the best news story all year. There is a pretty big lake in Michigan, I heard. Row that boat all day. Sunbelt Billy. Game day grub video this week. Well, we're leaving. We're leaving to go to Clemson tomorrow morning, early, like 5 a.m. Because Jesus blessed us with a noon game, and we didn't get a hotel room for Friday night tonight. Jimbo Fisher, God almighty. Yeah, I'm looking at the weather right now, Millis. This is Clemson tomorrow. Right now it's 47 degrees up there. But tomorrow a high of 71. Which I'm assuming around kickoff it'll be in the upper 60s probably. But the low is 40 degrees, so. What's up, Jeremy? I do not have any bets this weekend. I'm probably done betting for the year. This might be my worst year betting ever. The only bet that I still have on the table that I could possibly have a chance to win. Well, I have two bets still out, both with Uncle Lou. One is the Cade Klubnik versus DJ Uyunglele stat bet at the end of the regular season. Right now, I am winning that one, but it's close. And then I also have a bet with Uncle Lou that Georgia will lose at least one regular season game. So we're running out of time on that one. And quality opponents. So probably the best chance for me to win that will be this week, if you look at their remaining schedule. So But yeah, right now I think I'm 0 for 4 on my on my bets, and unfortunately, they all revolved around Clemson. All the ones I lost. What's up, P Digits? I'm not, I know you're probably joking, Nate, when you said Brian Kelly to Michigan. That's a good debate to have. Is Michigan a better job than LSU? I'm going to say no on that. I'm going to say no on that. I think I'd rather be at LSU. Well, I'd rather first of all, I'd rather live in Baton Rouge than Ann Arbor, Michigan. That's number one. Well, I lost a bet to Jackpot on the Duke game. I lost a couple of bets with multiple people about Clemson's win total. I think that's it. That was 3 different people, though. Oh, yeah. Apparently, I lost a bet to a Florida State fan about the Florida State game, which I won't even get into that. But I did pay the guy. Yeah, so yesterday, the Big Ten yesterday had their weekly phone conference call. But what do you guys think they talk about on those calls? It's got to be boring as shit. A bunch of coaches on the line, they all hate each other. Anyway, at the end of the meeting, they tell Jim Harbaugh, time for you to hang up, buddy. We're going to talk about you for a while. And the reports are that the majority of the coaches in the Big Ten are asking the Big Ten commissioner to come to a ruling and punish them, which doesn't surprise me. I don't think Jim Harbaugh is very liked, not only by Big Ten coaches, but just in general. I don't know how many of you guys know who Rick Neuheisel is. He's, well, now he's on ESPN. He does radio, and I think he does a show on TV, too. But anyway, he's a former coach. Coached at both UCLA and, I believe, Stanford. Is that right? I know he coached at UCLA. Anyway, he talks. He tells stories of back in his coaching days. You know, he was coaching against Jim Harbaugh when Harbaugh was at Stanford, and he talks about how much Harbaugh was disliked in the coaching circle. Yeah, he was at Washington too. I think his last coaching job was UCLA. He might have coached at Washington before that. Dabo, #1 candidate for Michigan, according to reports. That's, yeah, I don't believe that for a second. I don't think Dabo's going anywhere. And if he thinks that he's going to go to Michigan and the fans are going to appreciate him more than Clemson fans do, then he's lost touch with reality. Believe me, Michigan fans were ready to fire Jim Harbaugh 3 years ago. Don't forget about it. I can't think of a more awkward fit than Dabo Swinney at Michigan. Dabo's old country boy. I don't think Dabo's going to change anything. If he changes anything, I expect the biggest change I expect Dabo Swinney to possibly make in the offseason is maybe a couple of coaches get replaced. And maybe not even that. I hope Clemson beats Notre Dame tomorrow. I'll tell you what. I don't expect them to. I really don't. But if somehow they're able to pull it out tomorrow, I think they'll probably go undefeated for the rest of the year. And the reason I say that is, if you look at the remaining schedule for Clemson, you've got three teams, North Carolina, Georgia Tech, and South Carolina. Those are three teams with terrible defenses. All three of them. And Clemson's issue is mainly offensively. So if they win tomorrow, they could conceivably win out, which I think would be great. But it's going to be a rough day tomorrow for Cade Klubnik. The last I checked, let me pull it up. The last I checked, it was 3 points. Notre Dame was favored by 3. Let's see if it's moved. Yeah, it's still at 3. Which I'm surprised, especially with some of the news with the injuries for this week. Clearly, I won't bet against my own team, but if I had to make a bet right now, I'd bet on Notre Dame at -3. My seats are pretty good. I'm on like the 10-yard line. At the bottom of the upper deck. The bottom of the upper deck is actually a very good seat. As far as seeing the game. One thing I do know is if the Big Ten is going to hand out some sort of penalty, they need to do it like now. They need to do it yesterday. See, I heard different, Lou. I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, I heard a suspension for the two coordinators, Harbaugh, for the remainder of the season. Postseason ban in the Big Ten, and possibly a vacation of wins from 2021 to present. Which I believe if Jim Harbaugh is suspended for the remainder of the season, he might leave on his own. It's going to be today. Well, I know that, again, I know the Big Ten commissioner is in Michigan today. Yeah. They should, look, they should 100% be banned from postseason play this season. I mean, they're caught cheating this season, in games this year. I don't know how you don't suspend them from that. I mean, I really don't. I mean, how do you justify that letting them potentially win the Big Ten? Yeah, I think it would be the nail in the coffin for Harbaugh. I mean, you have to imagine, first of all, I'm trying to look for the right word to use. Your legacy, I guess, at Michigan is already tarnished. Whatever you accomplish in the future, if you're Jim Harbaugh after this, is going to be tarnished. You have to imagine that there's going to be some sort of problem with recruiting. It's going to negatively affect recruiting. I honestly don't see a reason for him to stay. If I were him, I probably wouldn't. All right. We will get this thing going here. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Midday Show. Appreciate all of you for being here. And I will read some news today, and then I'll open up the StreamYard here. The StreamYard link is in the description of the video. I guess I don't have Nightbot on here. I must have Nightbot attached to my other channel. Anyway, that doesn't matter. A couple of quick announcements. I did send out the merchandise yesterday to the winners of last week's drawing. So you should be, if you're listening, you should be getting that sometime in the next few days. And again, I am going to Clemson tomorrow morning, very, very early. It's looking right now like I'm not going to be able to do a call-in show tonight, unfortunately. I'll let you know, though. I'm trying to work it out. You know what I mean? Trying to work it out. So, let's see who's in here. Jay Shipes is in here. Colby. Nate. See Nate in 5 days. Who do they play next week, Nate? Is it? They play Penn State, don't they? I think they do. Brad Pitt, Pastor Dave, Nature Boy. Vic, Battle Angel. Chunky Nothing, Rick. Huffer Billy. Scott Kerr. Millis. Wet Blanket, Senor Dog. Is VicTube shutting this down? I hope no. No. Jeremy. P digits. Vandy Dandy. Georgia Tech is the best chance to what? Beat Georgia? Stop it. Edward O. D. Taylor. Uncle Lou. Knifey Buckeye. Michigan is about to be banned from the Big Ten title game Thanksgiving weekend. So he's saying that it doesn't matter. They don't need to be banned because they're going to lose to Ohio State. That's what he's saying. And you know what? He might be right. What's up, Lucas? Zona. All right.
Breaking news from the PigskinPeete YouTube channel.
Is an epic rant all that Clemson and Dabo have left in the tank? Oh, I think they got a couple of losses left in the tank this year. I'm skipping over a lot of this. It's just a bunch of bullshit. There is a sign that hangs throughout Clemson's football palace. Best is the standard. In Sweeney's tenure, they've hit that standard more often than not. Clemson has exactly one losing season, his second in 2010, when the Tigers finished 6-7. Since then, Clemson has won double-digit games every year, captured 2 national championships and 7 of the past 8 ACC championships. Yeah, we all know that because Dabo says it all the time. The Tigers are now on a full head-on for the guardrails skid. As recently as last year, Clemson was 8-0 in the ACC, but losses to Notre Dame and South Carolina cost the Tigers a chance at the college football playoff. Clemson this year is 4-4, 2-4 in conference play, looking as lost as ever under Sweeney's illustrious reign. Those 2 ACC wins came against Syracuse and Wake Forest, which have a combined conference record of 1-8. Turnovers have brutalized the Tigers, who can now only watch as Florida State, Duke, North Carolina, and NC State race past them up the ACC standings. Don't forget Virginia Tech. How dare you? Rage and frustration have been simmering for a while now in Clemson. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it, but okay. It all boiled over on Monday night when Tyler from Spartanburg called into Sweeney's radio show and launched himself into college football fan immortality. Tyler needled Sweeney into a defensive, defiant 5-minute rant both justifying his own accomplishments and ripping those who would doubt him. I don't know. We all know this story already. I don't even know why I'm reading that. Big Ten ADs want a ruling. Sorry, I forgot to put it on the screen. Big Ten ADs want a ruling on the Michigan scandal. I'm assuming they're talking about the weekly Big Ten call that happened yesterday. In a meeting Thursday with Commissioner Tommy Peete, Big Ten athletic directors continued to encourage action from the league over Michigan's sign-stealing scandal and gave their support for any decision that is made. For the second time in a week, school administrators met with Peete over the NCAA's investigation into what has become an elaborate scandal from at least one Michigan staff member to scout future opponents in person in an effort to learn their play-calling signals. Last week, athletic directors had a similar meeting with the commissioner. A group of Big Ten presidents also met with Peete last week over the issue and scheduled a meeting of the Big Ten Council of Presidents and Chancellors. Michigan President Santa Ono was originally on the call but then logged off so others could discuss the situation. Thursday evening, athletic director call came a day after Big Ten head football coaches passionately urged Peete to take action during a meeting. In just his 8th month on the job, Peete is facing mounting internal pressures from his member coaches, athletic directors, and even presidents to levy penalties against the Wolverines, who are 8-0 and now ranked 3 in the college football playoff. However, a decision from the league is uncertain, though options have been discussed on their calls over the last week. In fact, high-level school administrator and Peete have poured over a wide range of possibilities. There was talk, for instance, of any penalty not impacting players directly. So this is what I was talking about at the start of the show. How do you suspend and punish Michigan without punishing the players? I don't really think there's a way you can. I mean, they're going to get hit indirectly no matter which way you do it. A suspension of head coach Jim Harbaugh may be the most likely and cleanest penalty if one were to be handed down. Well, yeah. Such a penalty from a conference is somewhat unprecedented and, if too severe, could eventually trigger legal action from the program, legal experts tell Yahoo Sports. Any Big Ten penalty is rooted in the conference sportsmanship policy, which allows for the commissioner to hand down disciplinary measures for violating, quote, integrity of competition in, quote, the competitive arena. A policy was at the center of discussions last week between school leaders and Peete. According to the policy, the commissioner can take disciplinary action that is considered standard or major. I like how they put that in quotes. Standard action includes a fine not exceeding $10,000. That's like a penny to them. And a suspension of no more than 2 contests. Major action is anything exceeding those penalties and is subject to approval of the Big Ten Executive Board of Presidents. I'm going to go ahead and say right now, whatever they're calling this standard action of $10,000 and a suspension of no more than 2 contests is not going to happen. That's not near enough. No, it's insulting even. But Peete In normal protocol, leagues rely on the NCAA for enforcement action. The association is 3 weeks into its investigation of Michigan. Yeah, it's 3 weeks in, and it's only got about 80 more weeks before they come up with a decision. While the NCAA probes can last months, if not years, the organization's foray into the Wolverines is on a more accelerated path, Peete has told school leaders. I don't know if you guys saw. Of course, you know, every Big Ten coach who has a press conference, they have to ask him about the Michigan cheating thing. Well, a Purdue head coach basically said, yeah, they cheated. It's pretty obvious. He's like, look, there's video evidence. It's not like nobody's making this up. Will Deion Sanders get big TV ratings if Colorado football continues to struggle? Well, there's a certain amount of people that will tune in just because it's Deion Sanders, no matter what their record is. But if they continue to struggle, their numbers won't be anything close to what it was the first 4 games of the season. I mean, you know what? I don't even care about this. This is a stupid article. Why is Saturday's BYU versus West Virginia game historically significant? Trying to find a way to talk up this garbage game, huh? I see. What's going on here? What do we know already is that Saturday's action will be historically significant for at least 2 reasons. The game marks the first time BYU is playing football in the state of West Virginia. Okay. Quarterback Jake Retzlaff will reportedly start for BYU and become the first Jewish starting quarterback in school history. Hold on now. What? Am I wrong? I thought if you went to BYU, don't you have to go on like a Mormon mission for 2 years before you can even enroll in school there? Can you be both Mormon and Jewish at the same time? I don't know how that works. Yeah, that's a good point. Uncle, you need to put your crack investigative team on this Michigan scandal. They could probably figure it out faster than the NCAA can. So that's the 2 reasons it's historically significant. The first time that BYU plays in the state of West Virginia ever, and BYU's first time starting a Jewish quarterback. Let's just see if they say anything a little bit different here than the last one. I'm guessing not. This just was posted two hours ago, so it's from this morning. It looks like it's just more of the same. I'm surprised I haven't seen anything on here so far involving the news story that came out yesterday about the Michigan staffer who was fired for trying to meet 13-year-old girl with a bottle of vodka at Walmart. 5 reasons why Auburn will beat Vanderbilt on Saturday. I'll give you 5 reasons. Vanderbilt's terrible. Vanderbilt's terrible. Vanderbilt's terrible. Vanderbilt's terrible. And reason number 5 that a lot of people aren't really taking into consideration when looking at this matchup is that Vanderbilt is terrible. So there's your 5 reasons. Just saved you all that time reading it. Top quote from Nick Saban's radio show ahead of LSU. All right, let's see if there's any good quotes in here. Nick Saban says, "Hey, coach, that's LSU's 2023 offense is very comparable to his 2019 offense with Joe Burrow that beat Alabama. This team they have right now is very similar to that in many, many ways." Saban on the resiliency of this year's Alabama team. They have handled hard. They have handled hard well. I don't know what that means. Whenever they're behind, whenever they're in a tough spot, they make the plays they got to make to be able to win the game. This is a bunch of coach speak. Coach speak alert. Look, Saban can't hold Dabo Swinney's jockstrap when it comes to radio calls, all right? Does Saban take calls from the fans? Slim Shady Kane said he was going to try to call Dabo's radio show next week. Which I obviously encourage. Bold predictions for Colorado's Week 10 matchup against Oregon. Something tells me that these predictions that I'm about to read are not bold at all, but we'll find out. They aren't there yet, but Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes are nearing a must-win mode as the 2023 college football season winds down. What do you mean they aren't there yet? Of course they're there yet. Up next for the Buffaloes is a homecoming matchup against Oregon State, who entered the contest ranked number 16 in the country in their initial college football playoff rankings. While a win is not probable for Colorado, the Beavers are beatable. And if we have learned anything from the first season of Deion Sanders' era, is that you can never count out the Buffaloes. And here's the bold predictions that they were referring to in the title of this article. Colorado's defense forces at least 1 interception. Shedeur Sanders is sacked less than 4 times. No. I'm taking the over. I'm pretty sure 4 is about the average. And Oregon State's got a pretty good defense. And Colorado's offensive line is getting worse, not better. Although it's actually a credit to Shedeur Sanders. He should have been sacked probably 15 times a game, but he's able to escape a lot of that with his athleticism. A Colorado running back has at least 10 rushing attempts. Michael Harrison catches a touchdown pass. This has got to be a Colorado site, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Sounds like a bunch of wishful thinking is what it sounds like to me. That's like me writing an article and saying, the keys to win for Clemson are bold predictions. Phil Maffa runs for 250 yards. Cade Klubnik throws 0 interceptions. Now, here's the question we've all been asking. Will sign-stealing scandal be the end of Jim Harbaugh at Michigan? I think it completely depends on how severe the penalty is here. Remember, this is Michigan, a school which prides itself on academics and integrity. Remember, Harbaugh is a Michigan man, which means deathless loyalty, enthusiasm, and conviction. Yeah, right. Even if Harbaugh had no knowledge of sign stealing, many believe now is the time he faces the music. Reportedly, Michigan took a large contract extension off of the table as the signing now would have been a national embarrassment. Yeah, we talked about that last week. For many in the media who have never warmed to Harbaugh, the only just result is firing. It says here Harbaugh survives the season, but his future is like a runaway train with no brakes. Can you say NFL Las Vegas Raiders? Ding, ding, ding. Who said that? I think it was Nature Boy said that earlier. Nature Boy said he would be a perfect fit for the Raiders. There you go. Yeah. That's going to do it for the news segment today, I think. The StreamYard's open for anybody that wants to come in. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, Pete, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Hey, I know you got like thousands of subscribers and everything, and you've been putting out videos for a long time, and I know they're like real good, but I feel like this season, like it's not like living up to the hype. And I know you like Busta Rhymes, so I have a quote from him. It says, come to me, baby, come relax, and let me comfort you. And I think that speaks on basically what you've been doing this season. I think you got a little bit too comfortable.
You got too comfortable, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know why you have all these subscribers and you're not doing anything about it this season.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Am I the problem?
Well, it sounds like you're not appreciative of all the videos I've made 5 years ago. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, we're talking about the present, man.
Yeah, you're the problem.
All right.
You're not appreciative.
All right, I'm not appreciative. Okay.
mean, there used to be an appreciation for what Pigskin Pete did. Now all anybody does is complain. You know?
I mean, you didn't hear the Busta Rhymes quote I quoted? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you this right now. If you don't appreciate what I do, maybe I just go somewhere else.
You gonna go Rumble?
Yeah, I'll go to Rumble. And I'll show you. Because at least over there, they'll appreciate me.
You think Rumble will appreciate you, huh?
I think they will, yeah. You guys have become spoiled.
My bad, man. I've sent so much money to this program. I just don't, I'm lost for words.
And also, Chunky Nothing makes a good point. I need to get rid of my bandwagon subscribers.
Yeah, like Slim Shady Canes.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm glad we both agree.
Rumble only charges $15 to stream to 6 people. Yeah, exactly. Look, there might only be 6 people watching me on Rumble, but at least they'll appreciate me.
Wait, Edward pays to stream on Rumble?
Yeah, that's news to me. I don't know anything about that. Anyway, what's up, Baylor man?
Howdy, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, Baylor man appreciates me.
Yes, I do.
Unlike Colby.
Oh.
Unlike me?
Huh?
Unlike me?
Yeah, you don't appreciate me.
Okay, when do you want to go skydiving?
That's a good question.
Y'all need to stop mistreating Pigskin Pete.
But I like it. I like mistreating him.
Appreciating.
What's up, Stingray? Baylor man, are you going to the game this weekend?
Yes, sir.
All right. There's the man of the hour.
Here comes the bandwagon fan.
Hopefully going to witness a win. We're actually favored, believe it or not.
Vic, are you here to cause trouble, or can I?
No.
No?
No.
You guys know?
Do you appreciate Pigskin Pete?
Yeah, I do.
You know, Vic.
I appreciate him so much. I'm going to shut his channel down for 7 days.
For those who think that Vic doesn't care about anything, you know, the other day after I played his video, and he said what he said, he actually texted me later on and said and apologized to me.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did. He did care. Yeah.
Well, that's a first.
Well, is that genuine care or just trying to put up the illusion of care?
Yeah, that's genuine care.
Nah, he was like, hopefully Pete says what I said on his next midday show. That's
Well,
what he was thinking.
I wasn't hoping for that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, Clint. I mean, you were extremely disrespectful to me.
Yeah, isn't.
So if you want to apologize the same way that Vic did, I'll accept your apology. I'm a very forgiving person. As a matter of fact, I forgave you, didn't I, Vic?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah.
It's mighty white of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did Vic apologize? Well, he texted me and said, I apologize.
Well, I do have to go, Pete.
Yeah.
I got a big day ahead of me. I think Mrs. Colby might send a picture to Mrs. Peete later of her hand, if you know what I'm getting at. So,
A picture of her hand?
So, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
No, hold on now. You're not going to come on here and say that and just jump off.
Yeah.
Is there something that you want to make an announcement of, or?
No, that's why I asked if you're having a call-in show tonight.
Oh. Why, you wanted to do it on there instead of here?
No. I wanted to tell you there, but I'm telling you here.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So
But you're not telling us anything.
yeah, well,
Not telling. I ain't telling y'all nothing. No, not telling y'all anything.
I see what you're
But
saying.
my PayPal is in my description of my channel. If y'all want to support the show.
So what you're saying is you're broke.
Yeah.
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 Well, if what's going on is what I think is going on, you're going to be broke for the rest of your life, my friend. So here you go. Here's my advice.
It's broke after making major purchase. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll chalk that one up as a poor life choice on your part.
No, I just bought a big ass 72-inch TV, and I hope she likes it.
That fits on her hand?
Yeah, it's a Roku, so I got it discounted. Yeah, that fits on her hand. Yeah.
That's a big
Anyway,
ass hand.
y'all have a good day.
All right. See you later, Colby. Congratulations, by the way.
All right, thank y'all.
Yeah.
Love y'all, boys.
Colby.
Both. Doesn't he know there's like 3 other people on here?
Yeah,
That seems very exclusionary.
it was. I'd like to see this picture, though. So I can see either how cheap Colby is or how much he got bamboozled by Mrs. Colby. Is she finally going to let Colby propose? That's a good question.
So does that mean Colby will actually be able to come out of his room at the next Live Olympics?
Actually, probably the opposite.
What Colt? What we didn't come out of his room the last Live Olympics.
I don't think Colby went to sleep the last Live Olympics. There was 3 or 4 people that stayed up for like 48 hours straight.
Yeah.
No.
I would say I'm getting too old for that shit, but one of them was Huffer Billy Paul.
Yeah. Look, if you don't want the party to end, you just don't end it. You know.
Right?
All right, Clint, we'll start over, buddy. I accept your apology. Caught me on a day where I'm in a good mood.
Well, give it time. It's still early.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm sure by lunchtime I'll be pissed off about something. So,
Oh, I'm willing to bet I can piss you off before we get off of here today.
well, I believe you.
Your reputation precedes you, Slim.
Hey, it's a well-defended title, sir.
Yeah. So Baylor man, did you see Rick Sanchez? Did you see his comment?
I responded to him.
Good. Give him hell. Yeah. So that's gonna have to work.
Yeah.
So Colby wants to go and spend a lot of money to put some thing on somebody's hand, and then he wants to have you jump out of a plane, Pete. It sounds like he's having a psychotic break or something.
Yeah, it does sound like he's having sort of a mental breakdown. You're right.
Yeah, the math isn't quite mathing there.
What the hell?
You know, that kind of math, it's like in Colby's head, 2 + 2 = chair.
Yeah, I wonder are you allowed to get an insurance policy without being married, like a life insurance policy?
Yes. I could take a life insurance policy out on you tomorrow, Pete.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're going to want to come to your house and take blood, but that's a whole other issue.
Yeah.
Well, not always. I mean, you can get a term life policy without them drawing blood.
It ain't nearly as rich, though.
No.
It's not.
Yeah.
But
No, so it's funny. It's funny, Pete, when you were saying you got to get up because it's noon game, right? Oh my God! You have to leave at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
That's ridiculous.
I know. I wasn't happy about it. Trust me. Because when we got the tickets, we went to look for hotels, which there was none in Clemson. So we had to go over to Anderson. And Mrs. P was like, we should probably get one for Friday night just in case it's a noon game. Now, of course, this is before the loss to Miami and before the loss last week. And I was like, no, it won't be a noon game. It'll be at least 3:30. We'll be all right. Well.
Yeah. Best guesstimate. You just messed up. So she's probably giving you hell. Like we should have gotten that room.
Yeah, she is. But I saved us. You know, the cheapest room we could find was $400 a night. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
and that's not even in Clemson.
go drive up there and shack up with Bobby Durkins.
Yeah, he doesn't want that problem.
Him, I'm not sure if I would want that problem.
Yeah.
I mean, would you want to sleep with both eyes closed around Bobby Durkins?
Well, I lied. I said the cheapest hotel room was $400. I lied. The cheapest hotel room was the Super 8, and it was $300.
Wow. So how far away do you live from Clemson?
Me?
Yeah.
Between 3 and 3.5 hours.
Oh, okay. Well,
depending on traffic, yeah.
Yeah. On game day, it'll most certainly be closer to 4 hours probably. So if I leave at 5:30, like what we're planning, I should get there around 9 or 9:30. And then I have to.
Well,
then,
here's the thing.
You say then we have to Uber to Clemson from our hotel.
Y'all just got 2 tickets, right?
Yeah.
Go sleep in the back of your car.
Yep.
What?
That's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up there and sleep in my truck. I'm going up tonight.
Oh, you're going to be there?
Truck. Yeah, but I don't have tickets to well, I had tickets to the game. I sold them after the whole Dabo ran. I said, the hell with that. I ain't going in the stadium. So I sold them, but I'm going to go to Nick's Tavern and Esso Club and stuff, and I'll just be there. I'll support the local retailers, but I ain't going in the stadium.
Oh, so you're going to Clemson. You're just not going in the game.
For Pete.
Extra wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna meet Dabo at the Paul after the game?
No, I ain't going anywhere.
No, not you.
No.
We'll see. I might go down on the field if they. I can't bring myself to go down on that field if they lose, like the rest of the Clemson people do.
But it's a tradition.
If they win, I might run down there. I've never done it before, so I guess it'd be an experience to do it.
Yeah, you need.
I think you need to worry about staying out of jail before you worry about rushing the field.
Yeah, I'm not going to jail.
It's fun.
So y'all don't rush the field though. Y'all go down there in an orderly fashion. But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meet at the Paul.
Yeah.
We don't rush.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've met at the Interlock BU a few times.
The what?
Does Dabo lead everybody in prayer at the Paul?
Oh, okay. The logo.
It's our version of meeting at the Paul. We meet at the Interlock BU.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you do that too?
Well, if we get a big win.
Oh, okay. So you don't do it even when you lose like we do?
No.
Yeah, Dabo's going to hold prayer services, win or lose. He doesn't care.
No. Dabo doesn't even meet at the Paul. He goes right to the locker room.
Yeah, Dabo meets at the locker room. That's right.
Well, that's not very. I don't think Dabo has enough school spirit. He needs a little less Holy Spirit, a little more school spirit.
Yeah, I like the
Why not
idea of
both?
meeting. I like the idea of always coming to the Paul, but not everybody. I'm saying there's a lot of young kids and students and stuff. I think it's cool for them. As an adult, I can't be hopping over in a damn wall with my half-ass hip.
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, the main reason I've never done it is because as soon as those clocks hit 0, I'm trying to get the hell out of that stadium.
Well, everybody else is down there singing "Kumbaya." Pete's like beating the traffic, suckers.
Yeah, exactly. But this year, since we're not driving the car on campus, and we're Ubering, and we're tailgating after the game instead of before it. There's no rush for me to leave.
Sense.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's good. That's a good thing to do. Seriously.
Tailgating after the game is like wipe move before you poop.
No, it's not.
What's wrong with you, Slim?
No, well, it actually works out perfectly for us because we're not going to have time to tailgate before the game anyway, really. So, by the end of the game, I'll be hungry, we'll be able to eat, and the people that we're tailgating with apparently have like a setup with some TVs so we can watch the other games and a barbecue pit and the whole 9 yards. So.
Yeah, it'll be fun. That's good.
Now see, I think Clemson needs to step up their tailgate game.
Hey, they have great.
I mean, I've seen stripper poles set up in the parking lot at Miami games. Okay.
Well, Dabo won't allow that to happen. Jesus does not condone stripper poles.
Yeah, well, I support single mothers.
You know, yeah, I actually believe. I thought you were kidding for a minute, but I actually believe you about the stripper pole thing at Miami.
I'm not even. Well, you should, because I'm not joking.
Yeah. I know that it's true because when we would go down to Florida or Miami for a bowl game, there were stripper poles on the side of the streets, man. It had nothing to do with the game. So
those are light poles, not stripper poles.
Yeah, well, those were some big girls.
Yep, they were dancing.
The brass couldn't. It exceeded the weight limit, so they had to use a telephone pole.
they were soliciting, is all I'm going to say. That's pretty good.
So you should stop by where we're tailgating after the game if you're going to be there.
Yeah. Give me the parking lot number or something like that. You know, kind of the lots. I can find you guys. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
Just to say hey and hang out with y'all for a little while. And like I said, I just want to go up and support the local businesses. That's more the reason why I like having home games is so that you can go. And we should be doing that more. But man, I can't believe him. You know, being like. Now I know he wasn't wrong to defend himself because the guy was pretty assholeish, but at the same time, come on, man.
He wasn't.
You got to be more respectful of the fan. You know, I mean, come on, try at least.
I don't know how you could say he was being respectful, Slim. He called Dabo arrogant.
He told
because Dabo is arrogant.
Well, but he didn't have to say it like that.
I mean, if the truth hurts, I'm not sorry. But Dabo is arrogant. And his rant afterwards proves it. That is the epitome of arrogance.
Yeah. Let's put yourself in his shoes or Dabo's shoes. I mean, everybody.
I swear, man. Some people will. Dabo could shoot grandma at midfield, and somebody out there is going to fucking defend it.
No.
I'm not defending what Dabo said afterwards, but I do think the guy was being disrespectful. Clearly.
He went after him.
Well, I would suggest you go listening to the audio, not the transcript.
We did.
I did listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was nothing disrespectful about his tone or anything. Because whether Dabo or you likes it, part of the reason you're paid that much money is to take the criticism.
Listen, that's not the point, right? You don't need to bring up somebody's. He earned that money because he earned that money. I mean, he didn't get paid this out of some kindness of some dumbass's heart. He earned it, right? So that whole part of the argument lost.
Look, there was no reason to start going to reading Bible verses,
and that got me too.
And then he compared Dabo Sweeney to Tommy Bowden, which is definitely disrespectful.
Well, if you say the same shit as Tommy Bowden, I'm gonna say you saying the same shit as Tommy Bowden.
So just there was a bunch of unnecessary things that he said in there that had nothing to do with Clemson losing 4 games. Like especially the I've been a fan since you were selling commercial real estate. Like what? Like okay, what's that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Because Dabo's calling them bandwagon fans. If you have any criticism of Dabo,
Well, he didn't call Tyler a bandwagon fan.
it doesn't matter. Dabo threw that out there indiscriminately, so
Well,
he's
like,
proven the
you
fact
are-
that he's not.
Yeah, people like you are the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they both are wrong.
Now, if you think Tyler was disrespectful, let me get on that show.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem. Here's the
Yeah.
problem. Slim.
Yeah, I want to see.
I'll
not
give
a
that
Clemson
Satan
fan.
worshiper a thing or two.
I know, but you're not a Clemson guy. I would love it for you to get on there just because it would make for fun drama, right? I
Yeah,
would like to think that Dabo learned something from this and doesn't. He basically say, "Well, thank you for your
Yeah, but you know what though? I honestly don't think that Dabo has the ability not to respond the way that Dabo responds.
Yeah.
yeah.
The reason I know that
Uh,
is because the next day he doubled down on what happened. He didn't say, I should have handled it better or anything. He doubled down. He's got no filter.
And to answer your question, yes, Nick Saban does take calls on his radio show.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Ballard called into his show one time.
Ballard talked to Saban?
Yeah, he did.
Oh shit! Where can we find the audio for that?
Oh, it's on Ballard's channel.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should still be on.
Hold on.
Ballard didn't attack Saban.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Well, no, but I mean, it's Ballard. If Nick Saban asked to use Ballard's tongue as toilet paper, he would say yes, sir.
Don't do Ballard like that.
I'm mistreating Ballard.
Don't mistreat Ballard.
I'm not mistreating Ballard, but I'm not going to call a duck a goose either.
Yeah, he's a little.
It gives me an idea. I might need to call into some Taylor Collin shows because I know they've got some.
Well, I mean,
Hey, you know what? If I can figure out a way to record calls, that's going to be my YouTube channel. The coaches that take phone calls, I'm going to call into all of their shows, seeing if I can piss them off.
Does Mario Cristobal do one?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, but he's smart.
yeah, he's smart.
Well, I think they learned a long time ago not to take calls from fucking Miami fans.
Yeah.
Well, how do they know you're a Miami fan?
I mean, Tyler Van Dyke is the 4th-rated quarterback in the country, and these goofballs are actually talking about he needs to be benched.
Is it this one? Is it Ballard's channel? There's Nick Saban answers my question on mental toughness. Is that it?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't remember the name of the video, but
I guess that's probably it. Yeah.
And it looks like it's not long. Let's see.
Looking forward to
This is it, yeah.
of Alabama football. A great win for us at Texas, but it's time to move forward. One thing I wanted to ask you tonight, I'm wondering if you could expand on what you mean by mental toughness, and would you say that that's one of the most important factors to teach the players when preparing for a game in practice and even going into the game?
So for the guys that can't hear it on the StreamYard, he asked Saban, is mental toughness the biggest factor for preparing for this game, whatever game it is? I don't know who they're playing.
Right. I think the question is, if I heard it correctly, is can I expand on what I mean by mental toughness?
Ballard asked a legit
And,
question,
well, I
but
think
it's,
that
it's so vanilla.
People
He
talk
doesn't
about
ask some
resiliency.
controversial stuff.
People talk about being able to overcome adversity.
But if I got on,
Mental
I'm telling
toughness
you,
is
If you go back to the beginning, I skipped over this part. Ballard says something about being a Christian on here
The
too.
phone's Christian is in Coleman.
Well, of course
How you doing,
Ballard
Christian?
Oh no, his name is Christian.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
How
Never
you guys
mind.
doing?
doing good, Christian. How are you?
All right. Well, I thought this was going to be more interesting than it is. Honestly, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's Ballard.
Yeah, sorry, Ballard.
but you know what's funny? I mean, if I got on the Collin show, which I now have got a speed dial to it, and I get in like Tyler did somehow by the grace of God, I would ask Dabo very pointed questions that had nothing to do with salary, had nothing to do with religion. I just say, why would you think, or what made you think that hiring people who first-year coaches essentially.
Well, he did bring that up.
Yeah, he did.
I know, but he did it wrong. He brought it up with all the other superfluous bullshit. That's
No, he brought it up. He brought it up after Dabo made his bandwagon comments, which I think is very appropriate.
He just went. He should have just stick to the point. Don't go down that road. And it's not because you're accusing him. It's like, Dabo, did you think? I mean, what made you think this was going to work? And he could have had a great answer, you know what I mean? And you know, that's fine. But you have to.
Well, he did kind of answer that. He said, I bet you probably didn't like when I hired Tony Elliott, who had never called an offensive play before in his career, and he won 2 national championships for us.
A blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, sir.
Well, I mean,
but even you kind of debunked that. You said yourself that was more Jeff Scott than Tony Elliott.
Yeah, I did say that.
Exactly. But, you know, you can't have a Hunter Renfrow just show up out of the blue and be, you know, like a better than a 5-star. I mean, come on.
I mean, everybody's got a couple of those in their history. Miami's got some too, but you don't find those every day.
What it would be nice is for Dabo to say, look, because I went through struggles and I came out ahead, I want to give other people who might be going through struggles to get a chance to come out ahead. And that's fine. You don't bet 100% on that.
No,
but
if you have one first timer and one high school coach, yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
No, I don't think many people are going to argue with that. Most staffs at one point or another have done it.
Well, you do have to give him credit. He more than acknowledged his mistake in hiring Streeter by firing him after 1 year.
I mean, hell, even Streeter had a track record. He wasn't complete. He was coaching college. He was coaching at a.
Well, he had never been a coordinator before, though.
I know, but I mean,
well, neither is Dabo. So what does he know about what makes a good coordinator?
Well, there you go, because there you go. I mean, how do you convince a guy who's won 2 titles in the last 7 years, who was never a coordinator, that hiring somebody that's not qualified for the job is a good idea? I mean, he's looking himself in the mirror.
So it's very tough. I mean, I see the psychological problem here, or, you know, his blind spot is clear as all for everybody else to see, but he doesn't see it. But Streeter was a good quarterback at Clemson. I mean, not like
he's all right,
Trevor, but he was all right. I mean, he was a tough-nosed quarterback, right? And so you could go ahead and try to translate that. He can coach quarterbacks, which, you know, I would disagree. But that being the case, when you saw it didn't work, just admit it. You know, come on.
Well, and I'm not entirely certain it didn't work with Streeter, because I think there were more problems than just Streeter.
Well, yeah, there were way more problems than just Streeter, obviously. I mean, let me count the ways.
I mean, that's like the whole Josh Gaddis thing at Miami. I mean, never once have I said that he was perfect in everything he did.
Yeah.
But there were plenty of things that went wrong that were completely out of his control that he ended up catching the blame for. And I think the same thing happened with Streeter.
Yeah, there's way more problems than just the quarterback problem. I mean, DJ's not doing horrible out west, right? So
he's doing about what he did at Clemson.
Yeah, he kind of is, yeah.
But at the same time, the offensive line, the receivers first year receiver turns into be worse the second and third year. I mean, come on, man. There's something going on here that has nothing. I mean, the quarterback's one issue, but it ain't a knee issue. It's just one. And in the offense, my mom always says this. You'll love this, Pete. They should get rid of Wes Goodwin too. And I'm like, he's 32 on the list of things they got to deal with.
Yeah.
Wes ain't our problem. Stop. I mean,
yeah, I think Wes Goodwin's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to replace a legend, and he's doing a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, I ain't worrying about Wes. Wes Goodwin's fine. And when I have to worry about Wes, you know, we've solved a lot of stuff.
I would be concerned if, you know, maybe the recruiting on the defensive side of the ball started to fall off a little bit, but it's not.
It's going up.
Yeah.
It's actually going up. No, we got. Don't worry about the defense. I tell people all the time, worry about the real problems in front of you. Don't worry about the problems that may be, because they're not here yet. Once they get here, we'll worry about them. Until then,
Rick wants to know if I think that Jay was right about Clemson in decline. It depends on how you define decline. I mean, clearly a 4-win season going into Week 10 is a decline from every year going all the way back to 2010. So, yeah, as far as a decline of the program, and we're going to see more of this in the future, I'm not ready to say that yet. I want to see what he's going to do in the offseason.
Exactly. I mean, he can't say it right now, obviously, because they would just kill the whole team, everything, his coaching, everything. But the point is, what he should have signaled to Tyler, and I wish he would have said this, is, look, Tyler, I hear your frustration. I am 100% on board. It's frustrating to me and all of us sitting here. Trust me. And here's the thing. I will go ahead and tell you there will be changes. We have to make changes. That's obvious to everybody here. So don't think that we're not working on it. That's all he has to say. He's done.
That's all he had to say, except if the guy would have just been like, hey, what's going on? What are you going to do to fix it? That'd be one thing, but he had to go into the personal attacks. That's where where the frustration came in.
That's where Dabo.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you expect? Once again, and I don't know why Clemson fans refuse to see this. When Dabo starts in with the personal attacks, you should expect the same in return.
No, he was attacked first. Then he responded in kind.
No. Dabo started the personal attacks at the fan base with the bandwagon bullshit.
Yeah, all right.
Well, he shouldn't have done that. Now, that's another one.
I do agree that was a stupid thing for him to say.
Yeah.
Like I said, Dabo can shoot grandma at midfield, and somebody out there will defend him.
No, it won't work. No, we won't. No, I'll go ahead and speak for all the Clemson Nation. There ain't no way that'll ever happen. So you can say that until the end of the world. It's not as Jay wants it to be a cult. You want it to be a cult, but it ain't a cult. Trust me.
No, I didn't at all say it was a cult.
What?
But the fact to say that the fan base was unprovoked by Dabo is making excuses for Dabo. And like I said, if it was me making that call, it'd have been a lot worse if I was a Clemson fan. That was very respectful compared to how I'd have come at Dabo after that bandwagon bullshit.
Well, yeah, but you're not a Clemson fan.
Yeah, well, okay. Same thing would go if it was Mario. I don't give a shit.
I think you have to listen. I think everybody has to think about people's lives and their livelihoods. Not to say that he's not got money out the wazoo and all that. I mean, come on, we all know that. But I don't even think the money matters right now, to be honest. I mean, I don't think that Dabo's thinking about the money. I don't think that I honestly think Riley's got a lot of scratching at his head too. And there's a lot of people, I don't think the money's the problem. I mean,
it's not to Dabo, but it is to the fan base who gets 17 calls a day from somebody at Clemson asking for money.
I don't remember a single person complaining about Dabo Swinney's contract when he got it. Not a single person.
Yep.
But now they've got a problem with it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's frustrating, and I get it. And he makes a lot of money. Okay.
Oh yeah, everybody's got. If Nick Saban is going 4-4, Alabama fans will be like, "Why the fuck are you getting $11 million?"
Look, I mean,
paying $11 million for 4-4.
He earned that before he's getting.
I'm not disputing that.
Okay.
Then why bring it up if you're Tyler?
Exactly.
But because here's the flip side that I'm surprised more people don't talk about. No doubt, Saban, Dabo earned that money. You start playing like shit, you gonna get money taken away? No, you're not. But you're gonna hear it from the fan base.
The biggest problem I'm going to speak from me as a long time Clemson fan, 1972, okay? I mean, I'm old. Listen, the thing that bothers me the most with Dabo is he needs to get back the way he was when he first got the job and they lost. When that West Virginia loss happened and I saw him on camera after that game, I want to see that Dabo. That's the Dabo I'm looking for. I don't give a shit about the money. I could give two hoots or a holler about it. I want to see him get angry about the fact that they aren't doing what they need to do.
I think he is. I think he is.
I know, but he needs to show it to people like the fans sometimes because they think he's just, he's glad-handing and blah, 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 and he's bandwagon. Listen, Dabo, tell these people you're with them. That's all.
I mean, how can you say that Dabo is when his reaction to everything, even before this call, is to tell the fans, be glad of what you got?
He changed this. He changed after an NC State game. He changed, and that's the first step, right? I think he's changed, but man, he got under people's skin with this. Oh well, we've had to. I'm like, dude, stop, just stop. It ain't right. And after the NC State game, he said, "Yeah, we got a problem, Houston. We got a problem." He finally said it. And he's right. He should have said that a while ago.
Because you know who said some of the same shit, and I said he needed to be fired? Larry Coker.
He made sort of a funny analogy the day after the Tyler call, where he compared the state of the Clemson program to a tree. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
So pruning. He said right now this program is being pruned. Even a healthy tree needs pruned so it can rebloom in the future. So he's saying that the state of the program is healthy. It just needs a good pruning. Now, what does that mean? When I hear pruning, I hear firing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, who's getting fired?
Well, and I guarantee you have a lot of people in the Clemson fan base that aren't looking at it like that. They're hearing that statement after the lightning of the bandwagon and think that he's talking about some of the fan base.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Yeah, there's some people out there that said, was he pruning the fan base? And look,
I think he should be investigated for throwing games, to be honest with you.
Well,
yeah, no.
Okay. No, Slim, that ain't going to stop. I mean, come on.
I didn't say he did it. I said he should be investigated. They need
I
to
get
figure out
mad
the
at
truth.
him, and I like to use it in an argument with people who try to defend him at all costs and all that shit. But at the same time, he ain't doing that. I mean, I'd love to. It would be easy to have that be the case. It really would, but no. I know he's not doing that.
And I tend to agree with you. I'm just saying it should be investigated.
Well, they can investigate.
Listen, it's not only Clemson. Hey, I called for UGA to be investigated when Stetson Bennett's there for 3/4 of a decade and still hasn't graduated.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I think there's some questions there that need to be answered.
Yeah, it was like 2/3 of a decade, but yeah.
So Pete, what do you think about the pruning? I think it means firing too. I really do.
Yeah, but he wasn't really specific. He did mention, and I don't know if this is true or not, that a season like this one can actually be good for a program. I don't know if that. I don't really know if I agree with that. I see where his angle's coming from. He's basically saying that people have gotten too comfortable around here, and I guess including himself. I don't know.
He gotten too comfortable.
Which I've been saying for the past 3 years about Dabo in particular.
I've gotten too comfortable.
Yeah.
So Luke.
Well, and that's something me and you have talked about is, because he's been there so long, there probably very well is a lack of accountability from his bosses.
Well, yeah, that's definitely it's an. I mean, I think that's part of. I mean, it has to be part of it, right? But Luke said something in here that makes a really salient point, right? Is Dabo say things he doesn't really mean, or is he losing on purpose? And the point is, he was using rhetoric, Luke.
Yeah, he never said he was losing on purpose.
Yeah. It ain't that just because you say something that you really don't mean doesn't mean you're lying. You're saying you're using rhetoric. So,
well, I'll just go ahead and say it. That statement that he made about maybe we need to lose a few games to thin out the bandwagons is just an asshole comment.
Well, he shouldn't have.
That's just him being an asshole. That's all that is.
Said it.
Yeah.
Well, and because of the Bill Maffa comment, I can't believe anything that comes out of Dabo's mouth. He blatantly lied.
Yeah, he did.
Six. Martha. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But anyway, I just hate it for the Clemson Nation because it doesn't look good for Clemson University more than anything else. And forget whether it's Dabo or anybody else. It sucks for the whole program to have to look like this in front of God and country. So
that's probably the more frustrating part with me with Dabo is that he's not helping. I feel like he's not helping the outlook of the program from the outside. Now, he may feel that everything's good on the inside and there's fixable things that can be fixed, but you're bringing unwanted attention to a negative situation.
Yeah, you're bringing negative, unwanted attention to the university and the program for really no reason at all. I mean, other than you're being petulant or sensitive or whatever you want to call it, thin skin. It just gets, you can't do that. I mean, you got to have a little bit more composure than that.
I feel like in his mind, he feels like he's not only defending himself, but he's also defending his players and his coaches, which is completely fine. Mm-hmm. But there's a certain way that you can do that without, just being an asshole.
Yes.
And I see your point in that, but in his rant, if you listen to what he said, this program didn't sniff a title for 35 years before me.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Dabo thinks that he is the Clemson football program at this point.
That's probably more truth than you like to admit.
I think you hit the nail on the head there, and that's really the biggest criticism from the quote unquote bandwagon fans is you could win 10 titles, you're still not bigger than Clemson. No coach is bigger than the program.
Now, without throwing the baby out with the bathwater, as a Clemson fan, I wanted to tell, look, bitch, get the hell out of here because we don't need that shit. I mean, I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You're not thinking, but he's got to stop being that way, man. I mean, I don't know if you can. I don't know if it's possible, to be honest.
Well, I don't think it's going to change. I don't think it's going to change at all. The way that he handles criticism, the way that he handles the fan base and the media is who he is, and I don't think there's any chance in hell that he makes a single change in the way he does things.
So, as far as that's concerned, that's a danger for the future.
Potentially, it's well, you know what? It's only dangerous if you continue to lose. Problems all sort of go away when you're winning.
That's true.
This is true.
And that's what we've seen over the past 10 years is he hasn't had to deal with this sort of criticism. And, we're seeing how he deals with it now.
Yeah, that's exactly
true. And to your point, as much as he threatens about going somewhere else, fuck around and find out, Dabo. You think it's bad at Clemson. Try being a Miami coach for longer than 5 minutes. I don't think that's a job I honestly believe Dabo Swinney does not have the mental fortitude to stand.
Ship his ass to Michigan.
Talk about a bad fit. I can't think of a worse fit than Dabo at Michigan.
Well,
that's what I mean.
At least Dabo won't cheat.
No. Although he should probably try to figure out a way to do that. Maybe they can win again.
Damn. You said that out loud.
He's doing the opposite of cheating. He's according to you guys, he's throwing games on purpose.
Nobody made that accusation. I even said I don't think that he is, but after his comments, it's got to be looked into.
And has he even won since he made this comment?
No.
Nope.
No,
I didn't think so.
Lost 2 in a row since then. That's right.
Yeah, that kind of does make you think.
That's the point.
And because of that, Miami was the first game after that. We can't I'm not getting in the middle of that. We broke Clemson shit, but we did break the bandwagon.
Watch this.
Keep the wheels off of it.
If he don't,
we can claim that title.
Baylor man. After this weekend, if we lose again, that's 3 since he said it. 3.
Yeah.
Then we got another game coming up. It could be 4. I mean, it's just you don't say things. It's just dumb. I mean, dumb.
Yeah, if you guys lose this weekend, that's pretty casket.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
casket.
By the guy who said casket.
No, it's why. Hey, Pete, why aren't you and always Irish getting on here and having a conversation?
we did.
Tell him.
Yeah, they did.
It's on.
Oh,
It's
you
on
did?
his.
Okay.
It's on his channel. If you want to go check it out, yeah.
It
Oh,
should
good,
be on
good,
yours
good, good.
as well.
No, that's good. I mean, I hadn't been able to keep up because I've been, not just me, but Jay has been working his ass off in his house trying to fix my bathroom. So it's been a little disconcerting. I couldn't focus.
Jay's at your house?
Yeah, he's
Huff got in there fucking shit up, and I had to call Jay to come fix it.
What'd you do?
Oh, I tore out the bathroom down to the studs and the flooring, and then Jay came in here and said, "What in the hell, man?" And he fixed 90% of it. Now we got to wait on a plumber, but
Huff realized, oh fuck, I don't know how to put it back together.
Oh, so you tore it down, and then you didn't know what to do next?
Exactly.
Oh.
Why'd you tear up the bathroom?
Because it was leaking. The shower stall was leaking into the floor, and it was buckling up everything. So I had to get it out anyway. We got a whole mess.
You're like the Dabo Sweeney of home improvements. You know how to tear shit up, but not how to fix it.
Tim Taylor had to call Bob Vila to come fix his shit.
Okay. But at least
only people in the 90s are going to get that reference.
Are you paying Jay Shipes and Whippets?
No.
Oh shit.
Only on occasion does he enjoy those.
What?
So what all is he doing? Is he literally like rebuilding your bathroom from the ground up?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, everything's out. The whole thing's completely gone except for the toilet, which he said, "Can we move that thing out?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Because he's like, it's a lot easier to do drywall and the painting and stuff. We can just get that out of here. And I had bought a new one, so I had to have it installed. But no, everything's out. There's nothing in there. And then he put all the electrical in, all the switches in, all the plugs in, all the wall repair. I mean, did all that shit. He's crazy good.
Yeah, I heard Jay put in a new toilet with a bidet, and Huff said that he's not gonna have to shower for 3 weeks now.
Oh. Is that true? Did he install a bidet?
Yes, sir.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Hey, going down the road. But he's just good. That's why I joke about it a little bit. He's a good guy. Knocks it all out.
Is he like staying at your house?
Only for a week or two, but yeah, I mean, he's.
So you got a roommate?
Yeah, for a little while, for a couple.
Yeah, we're gonna drop off to Neil this weekend.
Oh no, nay. Nay. No, but nah, he's good. He does a lot of. He's really, and he fixed my. I had steps out here at this pool place, Pete, where my pool is. This little cabana thing, and they were rotted to hell and they were falling apart. He says, "All right, I need to get some wood." And we went up to the Home Depot. He's like, bam, bam, bam. And he comes out here. He's 2 days later, the whole damn thing's reconstructed, and tore up, and taken apart. He didn't blink an eye. It was really good too.
We need to see pictures. Once the job is complete, we're going to need to see pictures of your new bathroom.
Yeah, we will. But anyway. I always say that because I couldn't get on all the streams like we were doing because everything was going on. Me between me working and him, trying to make all this stuff happen. I just couldn't get on the streams. But I'll go to Always Ours. I'll see.
I just got done redoing my bathrooms as well, repainting, tearing a bunch of shit out.
Yeah. Well, you had to because of the tornado, right?
Well, it got fixed from there, but my wife decided that she wanted to put new light fixtures, new mirrors, new do away with the old raggedy towel bar that was in there, all that kind of crap.
Yeah. I was proud of myself. I installed a new shower head the other day.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And it doesn't leak or anything.
You need to give you a winky button. It's something, man. But anyway, I'm being clear. It's fun. I mean, you're right, Slim, about Dabo being a little too defensive, or he thinks the program is his. And that's where the friction's coming in, because a lot of Clemson Nation isn't going to put up with that. You know, they're just not. We're not going down that road.
Well, whenever he says bandwagon fans, what he really means is Clemson fans, not Dabo fans. Dabo wants Dabo fans.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't. You're absolutely right. He doesn't want Clemson fans. He wants Dabo fans.
Right.
Because he thinks he's the Clemson program now.
It's like, I've got young kids, and when I tell them to do something and they say, why? What do I say? Well, because I said so. You know what I mean? Don't question me. Just do it. And Dabo, that's what he's doing right now. He's acting like he's the father of Clemson football, and he's telling all of his children because I said so.
Yep.
You know, it kind of makes me think that he's trying to bring the Colorado culture to Clemson.
Oh, God.
The Dabo stands.
No, he isn't even close to doing that. I mean,
no. I think Baylor man's got a point.
Fucking team.
I think Baylor man's got a point. He wants and that's kind of what we were saying. He wants a bunch of Dabo stands. But he doesn't want Clemson fans.
But he would take care of that through the portal if he wanted to be Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like I said, he's not talking about to that extent, but.
It's funny. When I say it's funny, it's interesting to me to watch the dynamics. And oh man, I get yelled at. You have no idea how much I get yelled at on these Clemson.
It's almost like he wants to set up another Jeremy Pruitt kind of thing, where like he drives the program down and then brings it back up, and somebody gets a picture of Dabo tattooed on their inner thigh or some shit.
Oh God.
God help us all. I'll put a tiger paw there. I ain't putting Dabo on it.
Well, I just thought of that because I pulled up at the tattoo shop, but that was pretty good.
Damn. Anyway.
I'm sure somebody watching will get an idea.
Yeah, I'll see you up there, Pete. Seriously.
Now listen, I don't want Dabo gone though. Don't get me wrong. I still need him to show up at. I still need. Listen, I still need Dabo to show up at Cal carrying a cross for me.
You have to wait till.
Those fuckers off.
You have to wait till 2026.
Oh God.
Listen.
Why couldn't they get him in Cal like us next year? We gotta go to Cal next year.
You
want Dabo for your own preservation down at Miami, so I don't want to hear it.
No, I want him for my amusement.
That too, but you want to keep winning. That's why.
Well, I don't think I've never once even hinted around the fact that Dabo's a bad coach. I don't think he is.
No, he's not. Bad coaches don't win the amount of games he's won.
No, I don't think Dabo's a bad coach per se. So I'm gonna split this a little bit.
Huff, you're trying to say if it wasn't for Clemson having a bad season, Mario could never beat Dabo, and that's just bullshit.
Listen, Dabo is a good CEO, and he's he knows. By the way, he does know how to coach wide receivers. Okay, so anybody, I'm sure he'll fall right into that if he needed to.
Not looking at the Clemson wide receiver core, I can't agree with that.
No, because he's not doing it. He's a CEO, is my point. I mean, if he was doing that, that'd be great. Now, he should be judging Grisham like he would judge himself. That's exactly the point.
If rumors are to be believed, Nick Saban still coaches the corners at Alabama himself. I know for a fact Mario still helps coach the offensive line at Miami.
Maybe. But Dabo hadn't been doing that, and I don't know why. But the point is,
he needs to.
Yeah, I know, but the point is, he's got so many other things going on, whatever. And I know Saban's God, and he can do 15 things at once. But and I don't think Dabo's that good. But at the same time, I don't think Dabo's a bad coach at a positional level. I don't think Dabo's a good coach at every position level. So he's got to be the CEO. He needs to hire good coaches, and he needs to hold them accountable. He has to hold them accountable. That's it.
And this is easier said than done. He needs to hold himself accountable.
Well, that's part of it.
I mean,
you don't hold them accountable, you don't hold yourself accountable.
He did take responsibility.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Finally.
Well, no, I mean, kind of in between blaming the fan base.
It wasn't. He said something before that, and then after that game, he actually came back off of that, right? You know,
he's not blaming the fans for losing. He's just lashing out at the fans for criticizing them.
For being pissed off.
Yeah.
Right.
And Nature Boy's right. Dabo thinks that his decision making is above being questioned. He feels like he's earned that. There's some truth to that, but.
Yep. No, there's not. Nobody's decision making is above question.
Yes.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just saying he has earned the benefit of the doubt. Not
Well, sure. Yes. Now that part I agree with. He's earned the benefit of the doubt to give somebody the chance. But like you pointed out, this has been a gradual decline for 3 years.
Yeah.
Jay's crazy. But no, yeah, you're right. I mean, nobody's above question, but at the same time, until they can, but he's failed. I mean, he's failed right now. He says he has never failed, which was the other thing.
Yeah.
That was a bunch of bullshit answer.
I've never failed.
I've never failed. Everybody's failed, bro. There ain't one person on earth that hadn't failed. I mean, God, stop. That kind of nonsense has to stop. That does take me to places I don't like to go.
Well, this season is clearly a failure. I mean, there's really no two ways about it. You have maybe the most talented team, certainly in the top 2 or 3 in the ACC, and you're sitting behind the likes of Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech and Louisville, and I mean, go down the list.
Well,
that's a failure.
This is the reason why I say it's changed my perception of Dabo, and I think it's kind of changed everybody's. That, like, after saying that and then trying to spew out your list of accomplishments like you're holier than thou, kind of is really a slap in the face of the image of himself that he's tried to put forward.
He hasn't done himself any favors image-wise. I will definitely agree with you there. However,
I totally agree.
Honestly, though, nothing he said surprises me that he said it. Nothing.
I'm more than a little surprised, I'm going to be honest. But you watch a whole lot more Dabo than I do.
What happened to Volusia? Just quick, I'm gonna do a tangent change. What happened
he hasn't he hasn't been here since his wife yelled at him for he got into a spat with True Seminole.
Yeah.
I take that back. I've seen him in the comments section 1 or twice since then, but
my thing with Volusia is, hell, man, when the shit hits a fan, he's not here. Let's go.
Oh, he's gonna get his ass ridden for that whenever he pops back up. I have no doubt of that, sir.
Okay. I thought that he hasn't put up since his wife yelled at him.
He hasn't. He's been in the comments section once or twice, but I haven't. He hasn't come on the show, and believe me, Huff, he's gonna hear about that. Yep. The fact that Clemson's in the toilet and
he disappeared.
He disappeared. I mean, fucking Sea-Dog disappears when Georgia Tech does good things, and Volusia disappears when Clemson does bad things. Can't figure him out, man. I swear.
Isn't that the weirdest thing? Sea-Dog disappearing when Georgia Tech's doing great. What the heck? Oh my! But anyway, I just love just chopping it up with you guys a little bit. But the inside mind of a Clemson fan, and I can be one of those data points. I'm not the Clemson Nation, obviously, but I'm telling you, it's it's tough. It's a.
Hey, what do you
thing.
think? What do you think the atmosphere is going to be like tomorrow? I know it's a noon kickoff, but it's still against Notre Dame. And, you know, with all the stuff that's been going on the past week with Dabo and the fans, do you expect to see a less than full stadium as a result of that, or
I do.
You do?
I do.
I don't expect to see a less than full stadium, but when Clemson does things that the fans don't like, Dabo's probably going to hear it more than he normally does.
Okay, so Slim, I think there's going to be less Clemson fans there, and there are going to be more Notre Dame fans there because Clemson fans turned off. That's
Well,
all.
and you may be right, and I said it's probably not going to happen, but Dabo deserves empty stands behind him after what he's done, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, he
This
does.
is the reason why I changed my ticket. I got rid of it. That's exactly the point. And I know it's a protest, is what it is.
Yeah, that was smart.
Take a stand, Huff. I'm with you.
I was mad.
I'll let you guys know, because I'll be there.
No, the TV will let it. Well, is it on TV? It's on WSB.
Yeah, it's
Well,
on.
it might be on the CW.
No, it's
CW. Yeah, CW.
it's on TV.
All right, well, I got to get off here. I got to go in here. I got
Yeah.
things to do.
All right, guys.
All right.
Good talking.
All right, y'all.
Later, guys.
See you later. I actually have to go too. It's 1:00. So thank you, Baylor man and Vic. First of all, thank you, Vic, for not getting the stream shut down. I do commend you for that. It's a big step for you.
Yeah.
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 All right. All right. See you later, Baylor man and Vic.
All right. Have a good one.
Yep. Good luck to your Bears tomorrow, and I guess good luck to your Bulldogs. I don't know if you'll need it, but anyway, I did mention at the top of the show that tonight's call-in show is iffy right now. So I'll if I'm going to do the show tonight, I'll make a post about it. I'll try to make it happen if I can. If I do end up doing it tonight, though, it's probably not going to be at 10 o'clock. It's going to have to be earlier than that because I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, appreciate all of you for hanging out today, like usual. And if I don't see you tonight, just pay attention to my main channel, and I'll be posting some updates and some videos and whatnot from Clemson, South Carolina tomorrow. So look forward to seeing anybody who's coming to the game and you want to meet up. Look forward to seeing any of you, Notre Dame fan or Clemson fan, doesn't matter. And that's it. Have a great Friday, everybody, and I'll see you very